Guys, you guys should just come close because this particular thing, we need to talk about it. For the longest time, this thing has actually been on my mind. I've actually noticed this. I saw this, and I said, why not I bring this guy thing here for us to discuss? Because, guys, I feel like it's deserve a proper conversation. Guys, just make sure you stick around and watch this video to the end. So, everything started from a single comment, though, like just one. And this particular comment was like advising Sonia to move on from Maurice. Now, on a normal day, this particular advice would have been a harmless one. But once it entered online, it became a spark. And before anyone could blink, fresh conversation erupted everywhere. Suddenly, guys, everyone had an opinion, everyone had a theory, and everyone felt emotionally involved. And that's where I paused and asked myself, are we genuinely concerned, or are we simply overthinking about all these things happening between Morissam and Sonia? Are we, interested in this matter, or are we overthinking and everything? Because this entire situation exposes something we don't like to admit as audience. How deeply we blur the line between the, on-screen chemistry and real life. Now, people saw Sonia and Maurice on screen and felt something. Like the connection felt real, it felt natural and intense. And because it felt real, many viewers emotionally invested in it. They didn't just enjoy the story, or let me just say, we didn't just enjoy the story. We believed in it, and we started shipping them, rooting for them, defending them, and eventually expecting, real life outcome from fictional narratives. But acting is still acting. That's one thing we should know. Chemistry on screen doesn't always translate to a real life relationship. You understand? Sometimes it's just professionalism, you know, good directing, and two people doing their jobs extremely well. Yet fans, often forget that project. Instead, what do? We began to project expectation onto, these actors, expecting their personal lives to follow the same script that has already been written for entertainment. That's why a simple comment telling Sonia to move on caused so much tension. Like, when saw this, I saw comments under the comment. I was like, what? If this person had known, he wouldn't have, made that comment. To some people, it actually sounded like concern. Someone genuinely, wishing her happiness. To others, it felt like pressure, as if she, expected to act according to public timelines and audiences' emotions. The truth is, guys, no one actually knows what Sonia feels or where she stands. No one knows. Only Sonia knows that. Silence doesn't always mean pain. Privacy doesn't always mean waiting. Sometimes it simply means someone has chosen peace over explanation. But the internet struggle with, quiet people. Sometimes when someone isn't talking, the audience feels the silence, with assumption. Then, guys, here comes Maurice. Every time he appears on screen with another actress, especially when the chemistry is strong, reactions explode. People began to analyze his body language, his smiles, his energy. Like, suddenly, it's no longer about the movie. It's about what his performance means. Some even accuse him of being insensitive. Others say he's simply doing his job. And honestly, guys, both perspective exist because the entertainment industry itself encourages,
So guys, I hope you
heightened
watch
emotion.
and you actually understand
Chemistry
everything she
sells,
said.
engagement
For those
sells.
of you guys
And
that
sometimes
actually didn't understand
what look
what's
like,
going on,
doing too
this
much
is,
is actually
Angelo
strategy,
Kore coming out to
branding,
publicly,
and survival
apologize
in
to
a competitive space. That doesn't automatically mean, emotions are involved. But fans, we don't always want logic. We always want a story that we can believe in. Meet a great event even add more fuel to the fire. A smile becomes a headline. A distance becomes a problem. A warm interaction with someone else becomes disrespect. Every public appearance is deserted, slowed down and replayed, as if it's evidence in a trial. You know, that kind of pressure is exhausting, not just for the people involved, but for the audience too. And then comes the part that shifted this conversation into a deeper space. The prophecy and the discussion surrounding Tonto Dike's spiritual journey. Once spirituality enters a conversation like this, things stop just being entertainment. People began to attach meaning, destinies, warning, and spiritual interpretation. Tonto's own journey from controversy to a more spiritual public image has made many people sensitive to message connected to her name. So now, guys, fans aren't just analyzing actions. They are searching for signs. They are connecting dots that may or may not exist. Every silence feels spiritual. Every shift feels intentional. Every outcome feels foretold. And here's where we need to be careful. Not every situation is prophetic. Not every delay is spiritual warfare. Not every relationship is destiny. Sometimes people are just living, growing, choosing differently. What worries me now is how quickly, concerns turn into control, how shipping turns into entitlement, how support turns into emotional ownership. It's okay to care, it's very okay to hope, but it's not okay to trap people inside expectation that we are never theirs. Sonia is allowed to move on or not, on her own terms. Maurice is allowed to walk, is allowed to act and to build his career without every move being emotionally interpreted. An audience are allowed to, enjoy chemistry without demanding real life proof. And at some point, we have to ask ourselves this question. Are we watching for entertainment or are we searching for validation of our own experience through other people's life? Because when movie ends, real life continues quietly, privately, and often far away from the cameras and comment sections. So yes, guys, is this concern or overthinking? In my own opinion, it has crossed the line into overthinking. And maybe it's time we all took a step back and let entertainment remain entertainment without turning it into emotional pressure for the people behind the screen. So guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that us showing concern about Sonia and Maurice's relationship, we are doing what we're supposed to do, or we are overreacting, or we are prognosing, or whatever? Let me just know your humble opinion in the comment section. And if you've watched up to this point, you've not subscribed to the channel, please kindly do so that anytime a new video is uploaded, you'll be notified. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye for now.